Hey guys, this is Jay Adam Smith and I'm at Henry River Mill Village, and we are going to be exploring this town in North Carolina that is a ghost town. It is deserted in 1972, had a couple of people that ended up kind of sticking around for a little while, and then now it is completely abandoned. It has been used for Hunger Games, District 12's, some of the buildings and some facilities. So we're going to take you with us, and we're going to have some fun checking out some of these sites and some of these beautiful buildings that are here, some of this very old, cool stuff, and hope you enjoy chilling out with us. So we're talking Hunger Games, right? So we gotta be talking Katniss Evergreen, right? Well, right behind us is the house that she used in that movie. And check out some of these clips we got from inside of this movie production set that really was pretty cool stuff. So right over here is Building 6. Now, Building 6 is interesting because it was known for throwing things at people. Now, of course, I don't know the depth of exactly how all this worked, but supposedly, even while this was occupied back in the day, the owner was Bud, and he was one of the last ones to actually get out of here, this town. He refused to move. He was the elder man. But it's interesting because while he lived there, it's reported that things were being thrown as well. Now, of course, I don't know the extent of it, but this is that really cool building, and make sure when you're coming this way, you may want to check it out. We found some coal. I guess it was not used. It's too bad. That could have kept them warm a little bit longer. Nothing quite like a visit to North Carolina. These buildings are so interesting because they have a lot of original furniture sitting in there. I guess you can say it's very similar to if you were going to visit Dr. Bass's body farm in Tennessee. One of the things special about his body farm is how he studies how bodies decompose due to the elements, right? So when looking at these buildings, you can see how things are, I guess you can say how they're breaking, how they are falling apart, how they're decomposing. So you can see these things, and it's really fascinating because it also gives you it allows you to understand a little bit more about how short our lives are on this planet. So when you have these you got these sofas that just look like, oh my god, it looks like it needs to be out of like a horror movie. These are inside these buildings like they were untouched. This is just what happens to time and pressure and elements. Pretty neat stuff. It's time for me to take, you know what I'm talking about. It starts with an S. I'll see you guys in a few. So, after utilizing a bit of a waste removal service of the old style, I could not help but recognize, but it looks like a bunch of bullet holes all over this. Now, two options. One, we had a lot of target practice going at one time around here. Or two, you're not even safe on the shitter. All right? In these towns, they're going to shoot right through the door at you. Got lots of bullet holes all over the place. Check it out. I can totally tell why they decided to use this for District 12. This little village, golly, it's amazing. I mean, look at just the heritage, the time period that you have here. It's like going back in time. So what's interesting is I keep thinking of the little things that grab my attention here. And what grabs my attention is we have a whole city, and every one of these homes has a porta-john, porta-potty, shitter, whatever way you want to call it, outside of each one of them. And I started thinking about all this wonderful 2020 scares with the 2019 and all that, and the toilet paper shortage, you know. I'm just thinking, you know, they wouldn't give a rat's behind in these communities because of the primitive living that they're at. I'm just like, toilet paper? Shoot, we'll go out and grab some tree, you know, some leaves from the trees and all. So pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, I know I got a fanny pack, but you know what? I'm rocking it, ain't I? All right, guys, so we are walking the paths in this really cool ghost town of a village. What is really unique about this is it does date back to 1905, and these structures, if you're seeing and watching those videos, you'll recognize they really do fit that time period. And some of the things, the characteristics are just quite amazing. So we're going to continue traveling through this amazing, crazy ghost town, and we're taking you along with us. All right, guys, we're in buildings 13 through 15. So if you are traveling this area and you're wanting to do some exploring, maybe some ghost hunting and all that, Be aware behind 13 through 15 of the buildings is where the sheriff back in the day, I believe in the 1950s, was actually killed on duty. So there's a good chance that spirit, that sheriff might still be here. So this is an opportunity for you, if you're investigating, maybe check it out and see whether or not the sheriff might be walking around. Under pressure, under pressure. So as we were talking earlier, this 1905 is when this township was created. But what's fascinating is walking around, there are some key factors that seem extremely weird, such as these stairs. It seems quite elaborate, very nicely done, almost like something you'd see in a nicer neighborhood, nicer community. And this right here, to me, doesn't seem to fit. Makes you wonder, one, was there some more high-end structures here? Maybe someone who was the mayor, was their house used to be or something. It's really unusual, especially this road here. It seems like it was redone to a point, but still was probably a standard road for this town at one time as well. So I'll have to look more into this, and you too, when you come visit. So this is Mill Lookout Point. As you can see, it still continues this beautiful sidewall here, but then it goes into a structure. Looks like you guys are gonna have to figure out exactly what was this, because it's not listed on the map. It just says Mill Lookout Point. Maybe this was the mill. Who knows? Come check it out. I'm gonna die. Ah, it's hot. It's humid. It's okay, I'm working on my tan. So if you guys are enjoying this program, you know all you have to do is like and favorite and make sure you put down notifications, because you can watch the next one with me acting like a fool. So I'll see you on another episode. Well, my adventure is almost done, and I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit hungry. Maybe they have some games there. All right, one additional place to be aware of if you're traveling here is the country store. Supposedly there was a person who was shot by a sawed-off shotgun right in front of this back in the 1950s. It was dealing with infidelity. So I guess this good-looking man was cheating with someone's wife, and that was taken care of pretty quickly right here in front of the country store. So with it being said, there are some tragedies. There are some unusual things that's happened, in this small little town, and it's definitely worth a visit. And definitely come check it out. And I will catch you later.